But yeah, welcome to the Cars 3 podcast.
Welcome to the
all Cars 3 conversation.
Oh god.
Fantastic movie.
All cars, all the time.
Let's talk about the new female
fucking
protagonist.
Cars 3. No!
Fantastic.
Are they gonna... Okay, I did not take the time to actually finish the movie. Is that, like, who... Is the series gonna... Does it give it a path to continue with this girl?
It
It could be a whole new spin-off series, basically.
Oh god,
dude!
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, she got picked up
It.
by like Dinoco or something like that. Whatever the Richard Petty.
She went to Dinoco.
Yeah.
That's Lightning McQueen's original dream in the first movie, man. Like I did watch the first movie. He was like he wanted to be a Dinoco car, and I noticed he never did.
Stuck with Rusty's.
And Rusty's like
Rusty's
retired.
They gave a really good send off to those guys.
Yes, they did. They were
very
like,
good. That was very good.
Bought out your company. You have millions of dollars. Do whatever you want to do now. And they were like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that was like I was
like they did those guys justice because those guys were with him from the beginning. I remember when he was like, God, I hate these guys. Why are they here?
Yeah, yeah. It's really unfortunate one of them passed away, or did they both pass away? I don't remember which it was. The voice actors. They used to do that car talk.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I still haven't seen Cars 3.
Man.
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
I'm pretty sure.
I need to watch it.
It's
Cars 3.
It's a really good send off for them.
Serious enough watch.
Yeah,
now I feel like I didn't give the movie what it deserved.
So can we just decide right now that we're gonna watch Cars 3 together, like all four of us at some point?
Yes, I mean I could definitely set aside some time to watch Cars 3.
We just.
Can we put a projector
We're already
in
here.
We got to get Steven on the live stream.
Christian.
Fans.
Yeah.
I want to put a projector in here.
Yes.
What if?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we could just put a sheet up there and then just like pull a rope and then the sheet falls down and then we watch movies.
The guy who passed away is Tom Magliozzi. Yeah, he was like.
Rest in peace.
You've probably heard of the like.
Yeah.
It was like
peace,
it was basically a
Tom Magliozzi.
podcast kind of like this, like almost, but it was on live radio. And yeah, and people would call in having issues with their cars, and they would like, try to help them as best they could over the phone.
That's what's a
And it's live over the air, so anybody anywhere could listen to it.
Hi guys, yeah, I'm having some issues. It's just not working.
Yeah, that's
and like
there's calls like that.
When I get in the bedroom, it just doesn't work properly. I don't know what to do.
I don't know about that.
Viagra's like $600 for 30 tablets.
I mean, is there like some fruit I could be eating or something?
Pineapples.
That just makes your jizz taste better.
But yeah, let's talk about the real Marvel movie right now, Iron Man 3.
Let's talk. No. No. Let's talk about.
Expecting that.
Let's talk about the real Marvel movie out, Captain America: Winter Soldier. We all know.
I mean, I was not expecting. Bucky Barnes is alive?
What?
Like what?
Where? Old Bucky.
Where
man.
did that come from?
100 years old? You're kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
You're kidding me.
You gotta be. You gotta
100
be
years old. You're freaking kidding me.
man.
You're freaking kidding me, man.
You gotta be kidding.
Da Bears. You're freaking kidding me, man. You know who would be great in this? Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Brett Favre would be fantastic. Oh wow.
Wow.
There's some gold here.
So I just want to remind you guys, we're doing a podcast.
Yes.
People are gonna listen to this.
A podcast, you say.
Audio listeners, don't worry about it.
Hey,
Wow.
I mean,
I just want to apologize to the audio listeners for everything they've been listening to, and also anybody that's on Twitch, because we're currently live now.
oh wow,
Oh, wow.
doing big things.
Live.
Steven, as soon as I get the game up, you can take the desk.
Wow.
We can also
No speed runs, no nothing like that.
Nice.
No speed runs. Nah.
This is the slowest run you've ever seen.
Yeah, more than likely I'm very rusty.
So welcome
wow,
back
is
to
that
the Cars 3 podcast, where we're discussing all things Cars 3 related. Guys, what do you think about Luigi being like the...
Did you see the simulator?
Yes.
The
Fucking sick.
Did you see him get on the simulator?
The first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen get on the simulator the first time? Yes.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
It's fucking fantastic. He's like, I'm a race car driver. I know how to do this. I'm like, nah,
Nope.
fam. Nah, you don't. You ain't ready.
Turns out, no.
But the thing is, Lightning McQueen is very... I think they just played him off. And I mean, that's the only reason I didn't finish watching the movie. I felt like they just kept playing him as a way worse underdog than it really is.
Yeah.
Because if you take the span of however long it is from Cars 1 to Cars 3... I don't know why we're having a conversation this serious about cars.
Well,
movies, but
they did an entire season at the beginning of it, where he starts getting his ass kicked by the rookie, and then they do another season where he continues to get his ass kicked, and then he gets his last season where he gets his test.
Yeah.
After he gets in that car wreck. But yeah, that was it's a really long span of time where all the cars are getting streamlined and he's just getting his ass beat. It's just such a long span of time in the beginning of that movie.
It just seems like they really made him worse than he really was. I don't. It was kind of like just kicking somebody while they're down. I don't know. That was the only reason I didn't finish the movie. I was just like, it's not. I know what you're saying, and okay, cool. Lightning McQueen's getting old.
It's so nice out here.
It really is.
I like how on the outside it looks like a really creepy,
Yes.
suggestive rape shack.
Yep.
And you get
Oh, yeah.
inside and you're like, what?
It's so cozy in here.
It is. It's, I mean, you
I
guys
don't
know
know
what
if
the
that
set
makes
looks
it
like.
sound creepier.
I mean,
It's so cozy in the rape shack. I mean,
It's
you just come in here and you just want to snuggle.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
just
don't
want to snuggle even when people tell
is
you
that
no.
what you want to do when there's...
Dude, you know what
when
this
you're
place is
surrounded by,
honestly...
anime and car posters? You want to snuggle?
Well, I want to... Yeah.
Snuggle up and watch
Sure.
a movie, dude. This is
I
like
love
a cool place
I
to
love
like.
the TV in
Like
the
what
wall.
kind of
Yeah.
movie,
I love
man?
the TV in the
Like
wall.
what
Cars
kind of
3?
like Cars 3. Remember, guys,
Cars
this is
3.
the Cars 3 podcast, sponsored by Cars 3. Because we
Actually,
all
this
saw that
callback's gonna
movie.
Get old for us.
We're not
Not
officially
anytime
sponsored by anyone. Don't listen to him. Did I leave my vape at the house?
Other than
You
Destiny
probably did.
2. We're
There's a vape
sponsored by
there.
Destiny
Steven's got a
2.
vape.
Can I trust you guys to behave for like 20 seconds while I run up to the house?
No.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right.
That
Well,
is- it's asking a lot, man.
You want to talk about some Dragon Ball Z, Paul?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
can
talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Let's talk about some Dragon Ball Z right now.
Dragon's Balls P.
Dragons Balls P.
Dragon's Balls P.
So
Oh, the cartoon.
I'm almost done with Dragon Ball Z. I'm watching the English dubbed, original Dragon Ball Z. It has blood. It has all that stuff. It has the cussing, Vegeta's middle finger, the whole shenanigans. So it's real. It's real Dragon Ball Z. And I'm right at the end. It's the Majin Buu fight. Gogeta has been eaten by Majin Buu, and they're gonna fight their way out of Buu. Dude, that ending, that Majin Buu saga, you can tell Akira Toriyama just hated himself. And I didn't realize it. Watching Dragon Ball Z as a kid, you're watching it for the fights, and you're like, this is some cool ass cartoons, man. And you're doing Kamehamehas in your backyard and shit. But watching it as an adult and realizing somebody's emotions are illustrated in Akira Toriyama's anime, and you see at that, it was like he was being forced to produce Dragon Ball Z, and I'm I see now why it only went this far. It was pretty rough there at the end.
Yeah, it only went that far, and we never.
And now
we never ever had a series in between that and Dragon Ball Super.
that did not exist.
Nope. That
Super
never
Saiyan
existed.
4? Nah.
I don't know what you're talking. There is no Super Saiyan. Just Super Saiyan Blue, man. There was
Super
never...
Saiyan, Super Saiyan Red.
Well,
They
yeah,
go Super Saiyan Red
God.
Then
Yeah.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Super
Now
Saiyan
we have
God,
Ultra
Super Saiyan.
Instinct.
I'm glad they started calling that Super Saiyan Blue. That was a smart decision.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Yeah, fucking fantastic.
Like we really needed it to be called Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
You know what I want though? I don't know if you're watching Super at all. I understand if you're not. It's something I guess not everyone's into, but
Yeah, I've been trying to catch up, but I'm really far behind right now.
I understand that. But like it's gotten so wild now. Steven, I know you have been watching some Dragon Ball Super.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra Instinct, man. Whew. That was hands down the greatest illustrated Dragon Ball fight I've ever seen in my life. Goku creates a galaxy with his power, absorbs the energy from this galaxy he created, and uses it into an attack. And I'm like, what? What? So wild, dude. Good.
Man.
It's getting like way far out there now,
Yeah,
but
I
it's just
haven't
so. It's so awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. All I've seen is the Goku Black stuff.
What's awesome?
Oh, that whole saga with Zamasu and stuff.
Well, not all of it. I've
Okay.
just seen like just the fight.
Did you watch Revival F and Battle of the Gods?
Yeah, I saw both those.
So
I saw both those in theaters. I think.
there
I saw both of them.
there are two things happening right now that I'm noticing. One,
Yeah.
there's no Steven talking, which
Right.
I understand because he's playing City Skylines.
No, he's
Oh, yeah.
not. He doesn't exist.
But also,
I hate
City
him.
Skylines is on the wall monitor, so now I'm distracted by Steven playing City Skylines, and I don't want to talk about anything. I just want to watch.
Well,
City Skylines, good time.
I feel like
see,
this
that's
might- I really
don't know why I did
shit
that.
Like I am.
I have no idea why I did
But
And
the thing
relax.
I feel like it's creating a good balance, and it's preventing us from all talking at the same time and talking over each other. Because it sounded like you guys were having a really good conversation while it was gone.
yeah, I
conversation?
mean definitely.
Conversation.
Talking,
I've-
well, I
I've
mean,
had
it was mostly
conversations.
me
Yeah, I mean, you just
rambling
talk
about
about
some
Dragon
Dragon Ball.
But
Great
show.
shit, dude. You've been
I love
watching it.
I love it. I watched every episode. I watched like the first 30 or so in English, and
I have went to the subbed.
yeah, well, I watched like the first.
I mean,
30.
you have to if you want to catch up.
I went to the first 30 in English, and then that was all that was out at that point. That was dubbed. So I started watching subbed because I wanted to keep going with the series.
Yeah, definitely.
And then like 10, 20 episodes later, I realized that the sub's just way better.
I mean, now they're at what is Toonami at now? The
They're still in the
Zamasu.
Goku Black series. Yeah, they're
Okay.
like the Zamasu fights.
Fantastic. Time.
And it looks good. Who cares though? Fooly Cooley's coming
yes,
back.
fully cool.
Like OG Fooly Cooley's starting back Saturday on the block, and Baku no Hero starts Saturday on the block. Season
Cowboy
1.
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Well, that Cowboy Bebop.
It's always on there, but still, Cowboy. I saw Cowboy Bebop's
It's always
gonna be
good.
on there. And I'm like, yes. Space Dandy.
Space Dandy. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex is back on the block. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures on the block, which I think it's been on for a while.
Toonami podcast.
Dude,
where we
Toonami-
repeat Toonami's
Toonami
exact
raised
schedule.
me, and I will say it again. Toonami raised me. When I look back and I'm 45 and have kids,
This is
Adult
the
Swim and
Toonami
Toonami.
schedule
That was
for
all I
you.
watched for
if
cartoons.
in 20 years I'm telling the story of
Welcome
my life,
to Toonami News.
Toonami, I will tell the people how
Toonami.
Toonami raised me as a child. It was all I had.
And
Good
then-
time, dude. I watched the entire Frieza saga on Toonami.
Same. Toonami was the reason I stayed up late every night in elementary school all summer long. I didn't get away with it during the school year. Mom wouldn't let it happen. You know, at 9 o'clock, the TV was off. I was in bed. I didn't get to sneak back up because I was, like, somewhat good in elementary school. And,
I think you're misremembering elementary school, buddy.
I mean, I started...
Back then, Toonami didn't play late. Toonami played right after you got off school. They started doing that.
When did they start playing the,
when we
like...
got in middle school?
Yeah, it was
Really?
about middle school.
Yes.
It was like, what, 2003? 2004?
Huh? It was
Maybe
around.
2006?
It was around when we were in middle school, and then they
So let me
canceled
Google it.
it while we were in middle school.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
Toonami
when they
stopped.
canceled it. I was
It was only a
heartbroken.
couple of years of them doing that.
That's probably why you remember it so well, though. It was something that came on like right about the time you got off school, and you were like,
Well,
"Fucking
and
cartoons,
well,
bro."
I remember it coming on like Saturdays.
Dude, I remember
I
Toonami.
remember when it went to the Saturday block.
I remember the. I think was it Friday? Is it Friday night?
Saturdays was when they came back.
Okay, yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
Friday night because
After they got
remember
canceled.
Cartoon Network used to do their own block before it came on, and it was like hosted by that jackass guy, and then eventually that Terra chick came on, and it was like when they did Codename Kids Next Door and stuff like that, and then that ended and it switched over to the Toonami block.
No,
didn't
it switched. No, it would switch straight to Adult Swim. Toonami
Adult
was
Swim.
Saturdays.
That's right.
Was it Saturdays?
When they switched it, they. Switched
I know when it
to
came back, it was Saturdays. But wasn't it originally on Fridays?
Huh?
I specifically remember for
it
some
was.
reason
It was
being-
every day when they originally did it.
okay. That's
They
why
did that, and then they did that other show that they would have where like they had Code Lyoko and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they did like that underwater thing. You know, they
Dude,
they
do
had
you
like an
remember-
It
underwater
was like
lab.
Cartoon Network was so well broken up at one point that there was like a morning block for like the little kid cartoon.
Oh, but dude, Baby Looney Tunes though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
that was
remember growing
classic.
up on
I
that.
would watch that every morning. And then there was like the evening block, like that started like right when you got out of school
The good
for like
cartoon-
the kids that just got out of school. Like it was directly for like Code Lyoko. I would get off the bus and watch that show like every day. It was
I tried
on.
to. My brother kept wanting to change the
It was
Man,
channel.
so
nah.
good.
I love
Samurai
Code Lyoko.
Jack.
Yeah, and
Oh my!
Back-
Watched the
Back
entire.
To the Past?
no, the
Not
original.
like
OG.
well, I have
Back-
not watched.
Back
yeah,
to the
Back to the
Past?
Past.
Samurai Jack?
Because that was like one of the last shows too before it went to Adult Swim, wasn't it? Because that was like the late of the.
That was
good
like the
kid
8
shows.
o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that was like the last of the good
It was
kid
all-
shows before the bad kid shows came on.
Yeah.
It was like, because it was like the darkest of those shows. It was like right
yeah.
on the
You
edge.
watched-
My mom would not let me watch South Park.
Cool. Oh, but anyway.
Yes.
It was
South-
like on the
South Park.
edge of the PG
She-
cartoons.
She did not understand that Family Guy was not a children's cartoon yet at that point because it was newer. Because it came out, what, 99?
Somewhere
and like,
around
she
there,
just
yeah.
didn't really understand that. But she knew South Park. And she was like, no, you can't watch South Park. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
But
see,
then I'm watching...
My dad
Guy
used to
all the
let
time.
me, like, when I stayed with my dad for the little time that I did, he would let me watch South Park. So I was always caught up on South Park. Because it always came on, like, 7 or 8 times on Comedy Central. And you'd be like, yeah, South Park.
I never liked South Park.
Oh, I love it.
As a
I think
kid,
it's hilarious.
because as a little kid, like it, because I watched it some in elementary school. Like I saw some of it, and as a kid in elementary school, I was still kind of, I wouldn't say innocent, but I wasn't like into dick and fart jokes and like the inappropriate things. I was very like vanilla, which is why I loved anime, because I was like, I just like stuff about like the good guy winning and like underdog come ups and like good fight scenes.
Yeah.
and,
But
like,
you didn't know how to articulate any of that, so you were just like, I like TV show fun, yay.
Yeah, well, I like
And then
shows.
your brain would just shut off.
Yeah, I
Because
Oh,
that
is
was,
that
that
how
was
it-
what watching stuff as a kid was just letting your brain shut off and you just sit there and stared at a screen.
I don't know.
Like, you just...
I don't know. Not
You
for
would
me.
get lost in stuff as a kid, and I miss that. I miss that feeling of just like getting lost in a world for a long.
I think
period.
you
It
have
only
to
happens
be-
to me in a theater.
Yeah, that was
most of the time
Dragon Ball
now.
Z for me as a kid. Like I
Oh,
remember
man.
watching as a kid and like you're just
That was something that I
transition-
kind of shut myself off. I was
'Cause
just like,
Dragon Ball Z came into my life right at that pivotal point in your life where there was like a point when you were a little kid and you didn't really understand the difference between like cartoons and like live action and reality and not, like when you were like 2 and
Yeah.
like 3 and 4 maybe. And so
I
like
wouldn't say 2, 3, or 4. You're not watching Dragon Ball Z at 2, 3, and 4. I'd
I-
say it's around the.
I started watching Dragon Ball Z at like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I remember when I was
started
2.
watching it in like
I
kindergarten.
remember. I specifically remember my pre potty training times.
Yeah. I used to pee myself a lot.
Because when did
I didn't really care though. I
did
just
Dragon Ball
get
Z
kind of
come out?
irritated.
Dragon Ball came out in like the 80s.
yeah, Dragon Ball came out in the 80s.
So I mean, I think Dragon Ball Z comes out like 96.
And see, I watched Dragon Ball as a kid too, like on Toonami, and I loved. That
I
show
never
as a kid.
experienced Dragon
I
Ball
loved it.
until I was
The
already
pole,
into
man,
Dragon Ball
the
Z.
pole and Nimbus, the flying Nimbus was like one of my favorite things as a kid because I was like I said, I was like
Nimbus.
I was like the vanilla kid. So to see somebody with who like it was a symbolism of a person who was just so pure of heart, and you know,
Well, Dragon Ball Z like really took that on. Like
yeah,
if you
and
watch
especially Dragon Ball because
Oh,
he's still
yeah.
a kid and he's still really innocent and he still loves fighting. Just as
Goku
much.
is still just as innocent
yeah. He
as
hasn't
he is
really
as a
changed
kid.
much, but I don't know. He's getting kind of.
He no,
edgy.
he
He's
realizes
not like cocky in any way, but he's definitely like more into the aggressiveness of the fight now instead of the fun of it. Like he wants to like knock some heads, Whereas Goku as a kid, it was just it was like playing for him, and it's still kind of playing to Goku today. But he likes to fight. He's a brawler.
Yeah,
Every bit.
but I think the thing is how do I put this? I kind of lost my train of thought because I was listening to you. I'm gonna be
Words.
honest. Words,
Oh.
phrases, sentences.
Well, like, I don't know, like what I was saying was like, I was a little kid when I watched Dragon Ball. I was in like elementary school, so I was probably around the same age as Goku in Dragon Ball when I watched Dragon Ball. And oh yes, these Skylands.
There's a live stream going. We're doing the audio podcast. If anything, we can put our new background, Christian made.
Oh yeah, I have a cool idea. So I'm gonna take the background, and I'm gonna put the audio to this. Like I'm gonna take it in my like video editor, and I'm gonna basically put the audio to this podcast to
Like
the
an audio wave.
background picture, and then have some form of like waveform that matches the waveform of the audio from the podcast on the image itself,
Right.
like in the bottom, like under the logo, doing its thing the whole time, and that'll be what we'll use for our video for when we put it on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube at some point and you're thinking, wow, that's really cool how this is a picture of their logo with the waveforms going up and down.
Nobody
underneath
is thinking that.
Somebody
Nope.
is. Probably my mother. And she's probably like, that's really cool. So Mom, this one's for you.
But
No.
shouts out to Mom.
Yeah.
If my
Mother's
mom
Day's
is somehow
right around the
watching
corner, by
this,
the
I
way.
love her too.
Mother's Day.
Anybody?
You know what? Mother's Day is right around the
Treat
corner.
your moms, guys.
Hey, and you
Treat
know
your
what?
moms,
You should
ladies
treat
and
your
gentlemen.
mom to some Pro Flowers.
Please don't. No. Don't
Hi,
do an ad
guys. So welcome to.
read. We're not sponsored by Pro Flowers.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by
Please stop.
ProFlowers.com.
Please stop. You're going to get me into legal trouble. I do
Oh,
love
I'm
Pro
sorry.
Flowers, though. It's a great service. We can talk about. I mean, it's a podcast, so we can talk about we can talk about that service. We just can't claim that they sponsor us in any way. They don't even know we exist.
Oh yeah, no, we're totally sponsored by ProFlowers.
I wish we were sponsored. It's Pro Flowers. If you're listening, please offer us a sponsorship. We'll plug
Give
you in
us
every
money.
way.
Actually, just give us flowers. We'll take flowers
Yeah.
for free.
Dude, I
I'll
would
give them
love
to
some
my mom's.
flowers on set.
Mom loves
Yeah.
flowers.
Would really set the
Oh, on
fun.
the
My mom
table?
likes purple.
Dude, yes.
It would smell so good.
Dude, you know what I want on the table? Tiger lilies.
Tiger lilies.
Beautiful.
With the
Beautiful
smell of the
flowers.
natural wood tone of the shack. Because
Oh,
it does.
yes.
It smells like you just feel like you're laying in a bundle of pine down
I
here.
wouldn't mind some lilac,
Some lilacs,
Uh,
lavender,
and lilac.
lavender, beautiful.
Lavender and
the
lilac
mood.
are
really
really
sets
good.
the mood.
Beautiful.
We are imbeciles.
Is this the part of the podcast where we start talking about our feelings?
But also
Can we?
sponsored by Sherry's
Please
Berries.
stop. Stop. I'm not going to let you watch any more RT content. I'm going to just cancel your first membership.
You can't. No.
I mean,
No.
good. I have that power.
I will banish you from my first membership.
One of these days we'll have ads. We'll have sponsors. They won't be ads. There'll be people.
No, we're not. I'm not doing this for sponsorships.
No, I agree with sponsorships if it's a service I believe in. And there are some services out there that sponsor podcasts that I genuinely believe in. Like, I would tell people about it whether they were giving me money or not. Like, Dollar Shave Club, if I were to talk about that. Because that is a good service. I was telling people about that before I even knew they sponsored people. I was just like, yo, you heard of that Dollar Shave Club? Looks like they got some good deals.
I have a Harry's razor.
Do you? Same,
Yeah.
again, they're a good company too.
Nice.
Movement Watches is cool.
I don't use a razor because
You know,
I'm a
I heard that
fucking man.
Movement
Beard
Watches
creams.
was started by two broke college
Beard creams,
kids.
boy. Yeah. Welcome to the Ad Reads podcast, where it's just a podcast of ad reads from other people's videos that we're just
You know what
quoting.
are great commercials? Japanese noodle commercials.
All Asian
Dude.
commercials ever.
Do you have erectile dysfunction? Hymns.
Oh, jeez. No, but seriously, all Asian commercials, period, are good commercials.
Fantastic.
I could just watch hours of it on YouTube.
Dude, I do. Well, not hours, but I will put on a compilation of some Japanese commercials
Like,
when I'm
the
bored
thing
and just
is,
be like, these things are great.
American commercials make me cringe constantly. Or they're
They're
just,
so poorly
or they're
put
boring,
together.
Or they're so boring.
What's the
I
name of
hate
that
them.
drink again? What's the name of that drink again from that Japanese commercial?
For the
Fanta Lemon Plus C. Oh, yeah.
I have a Fanta.
I have a lemon. I have a C. Fanta Lemon Plus C. God,
Oh.
we are
I love
I
that
have a
commercial.
pen.
ad plugging
The
And
whole
not
internet.
and
Let's just
plugging
plug the whole internet.
internet.
We'll talk about it all.
Let's just
Stuff and
All right,
things.
now let's talk about let's get down to some of the real topics.
Okay.
Some of
okay.
the real things that we've been wanting to discuss.
Kevin Bacon.
I think he's in them.
But yeah, like
I think he's a part of them.
so yeah.
Avengers.
Well, no. Well, before we
no.
so we're gonna This is
Before we
definite-
even
Don't spoil
Yeah.
things.
Before- nah.
This is no. We're definitely going to spoil.
we are
things.
definitely gonna spoil this. If you guys have not seen the movie,
Just
if-
stop listening
just
now.
stop
I will
listening
tell you,
now.
Pause it. Don't come back. Please come back.
Please
and
come
listen to the rest
back
of
and
it,
listen
but go
again.
see the movie. And
But
if you
go
can-
see the movie for yourself.
If you're listening to this right now
Yeah,
and it's during
absolutely.
the day, or there's a theater open right now and there's
Go-
a showing that you can make it to right now, go watch it if you
But
have not
this
seen
is
it.
pretty much the end of us talking about anything else other than Avengers.
Yeah, it's
Infinity
probably
War.
going to get really heated.
like this is
gonna
gonna
be the big
it.
topic. We all saw
I
it.
keep forgetting Steven's even here. Because there's just a wall of monitors in front of them.
Yeah,
in front of
it's
him.
fine.
All I
fucking
can
battle
see is his
station.
bangs. Just his bangs
Well,
and the
he's
tops of the
not here
headphones.
Gorgeous-
'cause,
gorgeous
you
hairline.
know.
Okay, now I see some forehead. Now I see some five head. Oh, I see the eyes.
All right, but yes,
Got him.
guys that haven't seen
Anyway.
Avengers. Thank you for watching up to this point. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we'll
any-
see you next week.
And
And,
we'll-
as for everybody else,
Hopefully you
Well,
share some of the same opinions of us.
spoilers,
yeah,
here they come.
yeah.
Where do we start? That's the thing.
So-
Where do we start?
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's
Half of everybody is dead.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't even know where to start. The movie has
I want to
so
start.
much to
I want to
unpack.
start at the moment
Do
in
we
that
talk about our favorite things first or our least favorite things first? Criticisms or like accolades?
I
Where
think.
we go
I think.
first?
I think we should start.
Maybe both. Can we just throw them around?
Can you just
Let's do the bad news first, and then
Okay.
we can be uplifted.
Things we
by
don't like
things-
about
things that we
Infinity
did
Wars.
not.
I only
like about
have
Infinity Wars.
minor problem. Like nothing is actually that serious. of a
How in
problem
depth with
that
our
movie.
issues are we going to get? Because there are two kinds of Marvel
I
fans.
have-
There are the
well, no,
superhero.
I do have one serious issue, and I'm hoping that they'll fix it later. But that is Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah,
That is
definitely.
a serious
That is the
issue.
true wielder of Stonebreaker.
Yeah,
True.
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker,
yes,
sorry.
Stormbreaker was.
I mean, that's
Beta
I
Ray
didn't.
Bill's
I
weapon.
personally did not know this. Drew told me,
yeah.
but I
Well,
don't
Drew-
ever
Drew
claim to be
talks
an
about
expert
Beta Ray
on.
Bill all the time.
Yeah,
isn't Beta Ray
I mean,
Bill's-
Beta Ray Bill's statue is in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, in Ragnarok, and
It's on the side of the building.
when-
It's the big
Did
horse
Drew go
face
see
guy.
Yes.
Ragnarok with us?
Yes, I saw
That's right.
Ragnarok.
Huh?
I saw Ragnarok.
No, did Drew go with us, or did he go see it with someone else?
Drew saw it with
He
us.
did not. He did not see it with us originally.
Not with you and me, but I could have swore I
No,
went
because
and saw
we
it with
saw
you.
it together.
I saw it 3 times.
That's
in the
right. We
theaters.
went with Haley and saw it, didn't we? Didn't
No,
we?
no, no. We
It's
went.
just us three.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
I don't
just
even
us
remember.
three.
I saw it 3 different
I
times.
know I saw it.
Because that was the night I went on a walk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And we came and got you, and we were like, "We're going to see Ragnarok, and you're coming too."
Oh yeah, when
Yes.
we went and saw it in Rocky Mount,
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
the Eagles Cinema.
That was when I was. But that was his second time. That was Christian's second.
Yeah, the first
seeing
time I
it.
saw it, I went to Roanoke and saw it. I think at the mall.
Let's go to the mall. Anyway, so
But-
not the Thor Ragnarok discussion though.
Yeah,
Back to-
screw that movie. Everybody loves it. It was fantastic. End of argument.
Yeah, and then it ends with Thanos' ship, and then that's where we pick up in Infinity War.
Yeah, here we are at
Exactly.
the beginning.
Let's
At the
start right at the
beginning, we're-
beginning, man.
Is Loki
Literally.
dead?
Is
No.
Loki? Yes.
Asgard. Oh my God.
Asgard's
Asgard's
Oh,
gone.
all the
Asgard's
people
gone.
are dead.
You know what?
None of them are
You
alive.
know what? Really, like I thought about the I forget his name. He runs the Bifrost.
Heimdall.
Yeah,
Heimdall.
Heimdall's dead.
Heimdall can see everything.
I wonder if he saw
That is his
coming.
ability. Did he know he was going to be defeated by Thanos?
Well,
If so, why
He
did he
can-
fight so hard in Ragnarok to save Asgard, only
no,
to fall
no,
by
he
Thanos?
can't see the future.
He,
can
only
see
can see
all
what's
in that
happening.
mo- Okay.
Yes, he can
Currently.
see what's happening. Yeah,
Fair
he
enough.
can. Yeah, he
Okay,
has
I didn't know
sight,
if I
but
thought
not
Heimdall
foresight.
could see all.
No, he has sight, but not foresight.
Basically, he can see really far in any direction, and by really far, I mean like he can see galaxies away.
and he can also project himself.
Yes.
And he can also pull other people
So he's basically
into his
Luke
environment
Skywalker.
because Thor Ragnarok showed that.
Yeah.
Once again, not the Thor Ragnarok conversation, we promise.
But still, I was sad to see him die. That was a big like
right off the
letdown.
bat,
Yeah, that was one of my favorite characters.
That
from
hurt.
That section.
That hurt a little bit.
But Thanos, Thanos, the perfect villain. Like,
I don't know. He looks
Dude,
a lot like
the
Cable.
fight at
the
the
structure.
beginning, that fantastic fight at the beginning with Hulk, just the way he was going at
Yeah.
it when he came back at him, I was
I
like,
don't know. Guy looks a lot like
he's
Cable.
scared.
It's almost
Hulk.
like they could be the same guy.
I don't know, man. They do look very similar.
Have you noticed?
What?
Steven, have you noticed that?
Have you noticed that Cable and Thanos?
Have you
look
noticed that
very
Cable
similar?
and Thanos, both characters from movies you've never seen, look just
Yeah.
like each other?
Yeah, I don't know how I can answer that.
So anybody that's listening at this point that has seen the movie, Steven's, he's in there. He's just playing City Skylines. He hasn't seen the movie, and we're spoiling it right in front of him. So you can go
Yeah.
ahead and hate on us
Hey,
for that.
no, he told us that he watched the spoiler video.
Yeah, we have Steven's
online.
spoiler consent.
Yes.
He told us we could put it in there. It was okay. This
We're
is
not-
consensual spoiling.
Yeah. It's already bad enough we're in a rape shack. We're not
Which-
spoiling movies.
He'd already had
The
most of it
spoiler
spoiled
shack.
for him because of
We're
the
not
internet
spoiling
and all
movies
the
for
memes.
people who haven't consented to spoiling.
So this podcast is going to be like an hour, right?
Sure. We got time to talk. We got time.
But yeah, freaking
Okay, Bootstrap Bill. What else did you not like?
Bootstrap Bill.
Bootstrap. Did I say Bootstrap Bill?
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
There
dude.
We
he
went
is.
all the way back to Pirates of the Caribbean, and suddenly this whole thing
All
came
right.
full circle.
So anyway,
and this
Bootstrap
is where
Bill,
the podcast ends.
I didn't like the Bootstrap Bill was in the movie. It didn't really make sense. I don't know why they combined Pirates of the Caribbean. No,
Cut
but
scene.
Beta Ray Bill.
In
My
podcast,
apologies.
right there.
What
Yeah.
else? Oh,
Beta Ray Bill. But yeah, like also another the other
Say it.
thing I
Throw it at
didn't
me.
like was just basically Thanos. I didn't really mind it because it made Thanos more likable. The fact that he had an actual motivation instead of just a love story. But at the same time, my issue is that Death is not in there yet. And Death is a major
I
character.
think we will see Death in part 2.
I think we will see Death at some point. But I don't know.
Doesn't Death get it on with Deadpool in the comics?
Yes.
At one point?
Yes, and that's also like a huge point
Death
of
is
jealousy
actually like
for,
in love
Yeah,
with
for like,
Deadpool.
isn't that like how the whole beef starts? Or no, doesn't the beef start with Thanos already, and then he's like, "Yo, I banged your girl," or is it happening the other way around?
Thanos has a problem with Deadpool specifically.
But I
Those
don't
two-
think the
doesn't-
Deadpool universe is the same as...
It is in the
No,
comics.
not
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, no, the Deadpool universe is always the same in the comics because
Yeah.
it's Marvel, but they also break the fourth wall. With
But I'm
Deadpool.
talking about like
Yeah.
MCU universe.
No,
don't believe-
MCU
yes.
universe, yeah.
Yeah.
Not till they
Deadpool is not a part of it.
Not till Sony
But
sells,
Deadpool can
sells
always
out.
fourth wall break. And again, not
He
the
does-
Deadpool
he
Well,
does in the
he-
trailer.
Yeah, he calls Cable Thanos in the trailer.
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic. I'm really excited for that movie. But
Those
anyway,
that you
not
don't
the
know,
Deadpool
it's the same
podcast.
actor.
This is not the Deadpool podcast. Infinity Wars, back to it.
But yeah, that's
The-
pretty much But yeah, Thanos' motivation was fantastic. Anyway, somebody else.
My biggest, and I feel like nobody else shares this opinion with me as strongly as I do. Any Game of Thrones fans out there, like hardcore Game of Thrones fans, might agree with me on this. I felt that Peter Dinklage's acting in this movie was awful. Just
Is
Yeah,
that
it
your
was bad.
complaint?
that's my biggest complaint about the
I
movie.
think it was because, and no offense to Peter Dinklage, but Peter Dinklage, if you're ever in anything, you have to be small.
No, none of that. Absolutely none of that.
No, no,
No.
no.
You can't do it, dude. I
No.
couldn't. That's
no.
it. Okay, I don't mean to
That
be
didn't
like
bother me.
against somebody
no.
of height. That's not my thing at all. The thing,
Okay,
it's not that. That I know it sounds like that.
It sounds like prejudice, and it smells like.
It's not real prejudice. I promise. I love Peter Dinklage. The thing is, the minute I saw Peter Dinklage
As a
person that
7-foot-tall
is a
dwarf.
person of that height, being a person larger than Chris Hemsworth, I was like, I can't take that character seriously.
Chris Hemingway.
Chris Hemsworth, God, I am
Chris Hemsworth.
What are words?
Chris Hemsworth.
No, but like
Yes.
my complaint,
yes. So
my
yes.
my
hitting them
complaint,
out of the park, man.
the rest of the movie I thought was great.
Oh yeah, it was a
I
solid
don't
movie altogether.
know enough about the comic book universe to know which things are wrong or which things are changed, so none of those things really bother me. I give mad respect to the comic book universe, but I don't personally read a lot of comics, so I never have beef with movies that don't do what the comics do. So this movie for me was just a movie that it's like my only opinion of the movie as far as its place in the world is where it ties into all the other movies building up to it. And so far, it's all tying together good. It's all building good.
Yes.
It was
Great
fantastic.
story.
It was
Great
very
story.
good, like cinematically. Everything was good. My biggest complaint was Peter Dinklage's acting. His lines were just like the way he spoke them.
And
like,
if that's the only complaint you have,
I loved the rest of it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And but the thing,
That's not really.
The basis for my complaint is in Game of Thrones, he is an amazing actor. Peter Dinklage he's a really good actor. Like the way he plays his character, he is that character. It's like method acting. Like he's into it. His character in
I think
in the
to
movie,
be in Game of Thrones, you have to be a method actor. You have
Right.
to be able to take on a personality.
but his real life personality.
Oh, you mean like Jared Leto?
yeah,
Yes.
and then you kill yourself. That's
not-
what happens to method actors.
Let's not go there. That one's rough.
Yeah, then you end up doing a
Huh, huh,
what's his name? The Good Joker.
huh. The Good Joker.
Heath
Let me
Ledger.
see here. Mark Hamill.
Yes.
The last of the good Jokers.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, then you become that kind of method actor, and you
That's
just
what
lose your
everyone
mind.
calls the good Joker. I'm gonna be honest with you.
There
He's
are
the
a lot of
last
good
Joker.
Jokers.
There's a lot of good Jokers. Heath
I
Ledger was
don't-
just the last one that was a good one. There's so many before him that were
Yeah,
good ones.
Jared Leto. I
Jared
had
Leto
some
just-
problems.
He's just a
Again,
Joker
off
to
the
me.
topic of
I don't think he's
Avengers,
bad.
but that's okay. We're still talking about superheroes.
Anyway,
I don't think he's a bad Joker.
Yeah,
He's just
Jared
not a good
Leto
Joker.
in
meh.
Infinity War. Don't know why the Joker was in Infinity
Yeah, Jared
War.
Leto as
I don't
the
know why
Joker
he was in there.
Infinity Wars just wasn't that good, and that's my biggest complaint.
But hey, it's
Makes
okay
sense.
because he died with the other 50% of the universe.
Exactly.
But yeah, just
In all
I don't know.
Does this mean
seriousness,
Bruce
though,
Wayne
the
is-
Infinity Gauntlet does not have power inside the DC universe because the stones were not created in the DC universe, so it's fine. There's a precedence.
I'm hoping I go back and I
Santa
watch.
Claus wore the Infinity Gauntlet.
Santa Claus did wear the
Santa
Infinity
Claus
Gauntlet.
is one of the most powerful
And then he-
characters in the MC universe, apparently, like in the comics.
Yes.
Santa
which
Claus. Well,
makes me
Santa
wanna
Claus
start reading the
comes
comics.
in. Santa Claus comes in. He's friends with Tony Stark. Apparently, he wears the Infinity Gauntlet, goes mad with power, and then they have to stop him.
So the
They
Avengers fight
they-
Santa.
The Illuminati get the Infinity Gauntlet back. Yes, the Illuminati. You heard me right. And
I
then
don't know if he's making this up. Or
nope,
if this is
not
what
making
actually
not
happens in
making
the
a
comics.
bit of this up.
Oh my
And
god!
then
Why am I not
friggin'
reading comics?
They make robot reindeer
Marvel
for Santa
is
Claus
woke as
because
fuck.
it turns out all of his reindeer were Skrulls. That's why he needed the Infinity Gauntlet so that he could deliver all the. Then the Illuminati got together and they decided to give him an Infinity Gauntlet. Like they gave it to
I
him.
don't believe any of this. There's no way that's really.
Yeah, all of his reindeer turned out to be Skrulls. Don't ask what happened to the original ones. But anyway, now they're robots, so it's fine.
Did Tony Stark build them?
Yes, Tony Stark built robot
So they're
reindeer.
Iron Man
No,
reindeer.
The real question is, because he came to Tony Stark, and Tony Stark is part of the Illuminati, why didn't he just build the robot reindeer from the beginning instead of giving Santa Claus an Infinity Gauntlet?
I don't know. I don't even know the context of half of this story. I've not read this.
Wow.
It sounds insane. Why don't they make that into a movie? Forget Infinity Wars. I want to see
The Santa Wars.
I want to see the Santa Wars.
The Christmas Wars.
The Christmas Wars.
And then Doctor Who comes in and saves the day. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not really, though. I'm
It's
wondering, is there a Doctor Who crossover with comic books?
I'm sure.
I mean,
I'm
it
sure.
had to have happened.
If
Wibbly
anything
wobbly,
becomes
timey
popular,
wimey.
all things adapt to it. So I'm sure some comic book was like, let's have a Doctor Who crossover, and he comes and he helps out.
Yeah, anyway, so Infinity War. What
yeah.
were your problems with Infinity War, Will?
I'm not going to call my Peter Dinklage thing a problem. It was the only reason that I did not enjoy his acting in that movie, just because I
I
couldn't
like
take
how
the
it's.
character serious.
I like how our things are about the same, like, person, but they're different complaints.
Yeah, like I don't really have a complaint there. It was just like a.
I didn't
the
like his
characters-
acting. You just didn't like him because he wasn't a midget.
Makes me sound like such a fucking dick. Like, nah, it's not.
He just
I explained
hates
myself.
tall people, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
It's racist.
Do I really have an
So-
issue with the movie? Dude, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time I watched it. The return of
He's a damn shortest.
not Captain America, but
Red Skull?
no, his name's not Captain anymore. It's what's it supposed to be? Nomad.
Captain
Te-
Nomad.
Who?
Yeah, technically he's Nomad now. Even though they only
well,
call
he's
him
just
Cap.
the captain.
Yeah, because they took his
Yeah,
shield
and
and his.
when he
After
he
the-
stops being Captain America, he becomes the Captain. And that's why they just call him Cap. But like in the comics, he's just called the Captain, and he wears a black suit. which he wears the
I thought he
washed
was-
black
I thought he was
suit.
Nomad. God.
No, it's just the captain.
Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
there's the captain, then there's Captain America, who's been taken over by
What
another
did you guys
person.
think about his
and then-
shield in the movie?
It's
I
very
really- the-
original.
I love
Captain
that.
America shield.
I
It had that same.
And there are two of them.
Yes.
It's awesome. I was like, that's neat, and he can fight with them. Really, it's just really cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool fight.
Black Panther.
It's
man.
that Wakanda technology, dude. That
Black-
it's next
No,
level.
Bucky's arm. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bucky's arm and Rocket Raccoon, man.
Yeah.
Whew.
How much for the arm?
I'm getting that arm.
I'm getting that
I'm
arm.
getting that arm.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
that was
Because he did
Oh,
not say
oh
anything.
wait,
He was
the biggest part of the movie, the best part of the movie. Let's
the funniest
face it.
part of the movie. The Drax moment.
Thor, no,
Oh.
Thor's eye.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna wake up and he's not gonna know where his eye is.
Hey, you might want to wash that off. I smuggled it out in my. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Raccoon
Oh.
ass right in the eye socket. That's how you get an infection.
Rabies. That's how you get rabies.
I can't believe that they referenced that eye again. That's so good.
I can't
Anyway.
believe they made a Squidward joke.
Squidward, yes.
And then
that
it
was
became
good.
a big thing on the internet because now there's 1,000,001 SpongeBob Infinity
Okay.
War memes going on.
Let's face it, most of the bad was just us talking about the good anyway. But the good, freaking the comedy mixed in with
Yes.
such a dramatic,
Because
such a dramatic
that movie took me on, and you feel weird being so like emotional about movies, but that movie took me on an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So,
it's funny,
watch-
but you
Not
also
to go,
get no
not
words
to go back to
going.
Thor Ragnarok, but Thor
Back to
Ragnarok
Thor
had
Ragnarok.
was all comedy.
it had the same amount of I felt like it had about the same amount of one-liners and jabs, but it was like, here's some bad things that are happening and people are dying, but it's still funny for some reason. And with the Infinity Wars, when it got serious, I emotionally felt serious about the movie.
Yes.
And then when something funny would happen, it was more like comedic relief because something really tragic just happened and I needed something to get me out of that place for a second. It was like they did a really good job placing it where it needed to be to heal you throughout
But
the movie so
that
it didn't
ending-
kill you.
That ending.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was
Spider-Man made
the death of Peter Parker.
Whew, that made
literally
me feel-
broke me.
It made me feel
If
so
nobody
many
else,
things.
nobody else had that much of a
An effect.
yeah. But Peter Parker going, I don't want to go, and just
Sir, I don't want to go, sir.
I saw a meme the other day that was like a SpongeBob meme when SpongeBob drowns and that guy's holding him and he's like, "Why?" And it's SpongeBob, but he's fading away and it says, "I don't want to go." And it that hurt me. And that was a meme that was really really bad and poorly put together, and it still made me feel the same pain towards Peter Parker. I saw it and I was like, "Oh no, no."
And
I'm sad again.
Yeah, and just pointing
It
it out,
hurts.
it's also the scene earlier when Tony's...
when he's on the spaceship, he's like, "You."
Yeah,
This is your
it's your
fault.
fault that I'm here, really, if you
There's
think
so
about
many
it.
there's so many layers to the depth of
Yes.
the pain.
And it amazes me that these writers can come together and put a story that has that much character development, because I feel like so many movies don't show that kind of
Well,
depth.
and it's been a while since I've seen a movie that's made me feel that much.
Yes.
I've never come out in so many different directions of feelings too, in one movie.
Like the new Star Wars don't feel that way, and I'm a huge Star Wars
It
fan.
was good,
They're okay movies,
but it doesn't fucking.
It doesn't grab
make you,
me.
It doesn't.
But this
yeah.
movie, for being I guess you call it a cult film. I don't really know, because it's it's
a
directed for a
superhero
group
movie.
of people.
It's a superhero movie, but it's a superhero movie that makes you feel like a superhero movie properly should, or like any good.
Yeah,
movie.
it captured that. Oh my God, what's gonna happen?
It's like watching Baku no Hero for the first time.
Who's
Oh,
gonna
man.
die?
It
Paku
get-
no Hero.
You know, it grabs you emotionally.
and
It's
the
good
whole
stuff.
thing is,
How does All Might keep his secret when he's at school all day?
the real questions.
Does he just hide in janitor closets and offices?
I don't know, and it takes him a minute to recharge.
I mean, all the teachers know.
The
So I guess
yeah.
he just hides in the teacher lounge.
and
or
he's
something.
not really around the kids all day.
No,
He's in his own area.
he sees them for 2 hours.
Yeah, but he gets to a point where he can't even stay in that form for 2 hours.
So how long do you think it's gonna take before he dies? Because it's getting worse. It gets worse like every
All
day.
Might is.
All Might's dying.
All Might will.
I don't know
Yeah.
what
I
happens.
don't know if
in
he
the-
will die. I think they will save him.
So,
I think they will save him, but he will be always in.
and
I don't know.
so did half of the universe, man. So anyway, back to Infinity
God,
War.
back to Infinity War. Here we are. So many things to talk about.
Other problem. Didn't get to see the destruction of
Yeah, Xandar.
Xandar.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear about it in like passing conversation. You're like, oh
Yep,
wait,
I
what?
wanted to
Xandar's
see-
gone?
Because, yeah, Nova Prime, all that stuff. Like, what?
They killed the guy from Step Brothers? He's gone?
Damn.
Yeah, like, how, what? Also, how far back, okay, how far back are we going to end up reset? Right? Like, where?
Don't say reset. Don't say reset, because then
No.
Then it
I
sounds
just
like
mean-
then it sounds like a Sony movie.
Well, it's not going to be completely reset, but
I hope they don't
you're
do a
talking
reset.
Fox, not,
Fox, yeah.
yeah.
X-Men.
But, yeah, like, what I'm saying is
Hopefully-
there's going to be
a rewind.
some manipulation. How far back is it going to rewind?
What if it
like,
doesn't
we're-
rewind? What if it doesn't rewind and they just use the reality stone to just fix the reality, but in current time?
Well, dude, I bet. What if they realize that, like, what time manipulation will do? Because if they actually realize what that's gonna do, they're probably not gonna do it. What if what's his face still alive?
Doctor Strange?
No, Doctor Strange is not, but his friend. He
We do
went
not
back
know.
to the.
Oh, the Chinese
he went
guy?
back
No.
to the Sanctum Sanctorum.
I think he might be safe.
I'm
Because
hoping.
isn't that place not touched by time?
Huh, yeah, it's protected, and I'm curious if it's protected from the Infinity Stones. Even
Yes.
though, if you remember, though, it kind of got smashed up a little bit by Hulk. Falling through it.
Yeah, but a spell's a spell.
Yeah.
Hulk ain't gonna break a spell.
No, that's
Even
true.
Thanos himself couldn't break a spell.
No.
Well, no, he did. Remember that whole thing that holds the time stone? He
The fake time stone?
That's because it's because it wasn't actually in there. He had already broken the spell and given the time stone away.
That's right.
So was it actually in there and he like swapped it out at some point in the movie?
When they said there's one possibility when they were sitting there,
Mhm.
that's when they made their plan. And at that point, they had swapped everything. Because remember, right after they said there's one chance, it cuts.
Yeah.
And it goes back to Wakanda.
Yeah.
And then we're back on Earth, with the fight that's going on there.
Which
also,
was a great fight.
yeah, another good thing that they did an awesome job of splitting up everything. Like,
Dude, every character group got some
they were
time.
very misleading with, like,
I liked,
Iron Man, because it made it look like Iron Man was on Earth, but he was not. Like, Iron Man left Earth very early on in the movie.
Yeah.
Everything.
It never
Also,
came
that
back.
suit. They finally brought out the suit. I was so happy
The
to see that
nanobot
suit.
suit.
Yep, because
Which
they
was
had,
cool.
that's supposed to have been, like, I thought that was going to be in Civil War, and it just didn't happen.
Because it was in the comics like way early on, wasn't it?
It was in the comics earlier on than Infinity War.
I
But-
like how we're finally at the point though in Tony Stark's life where he has nothing in his actual body running off his technology. He's like fully healed up from his trip
Yeah,
to the Middle East.
It's the only good thing that came out of Iron Man 3.
There's no palladium in him.
True.
He's like a healthy human being. He's perfectly fine, and it's just him and his technology, and that's it. And that's where like Iron Man's supposed to have been for a long time now. Like
Yeah.
Iron Man, the guy with the magnet in his chest is only supposed to be like origin Iron Man, really. And like
Yeah, he fixes that problem
and
quite
like
early
some yeah, which I mean I feel like they did a good job with it in the movies
on. Oh, definitely.
of getting that transition down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they did a good job of transitioning him out of that, but, like,
I'm
the
one of
rest
the-
of that movie was...
Can
No.
we talk about that comment Thanos makes to Tony Stark? You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
Yup.
I feel like that's referencing something to come. Like that's some foreshadowing.
Oh, dude, I guarantee there's so many things in this first movie that we have no idea how they're going to be directly related to things in the second
I
movie
feel
until we
bad,
watch
though,
it when it comes out.
Already wanting the second one.
Nah, that's how you know you saw a good movie. That's the mark of a good film. Already being ready for the
But
next one 10
let's
minutes after you
let's
saw
be
the first
honest,
one.
guys. These actors are not like first movie age anymore. Thor does not look like Thor
I know,
did
that's
in the
why
first
we're...
movie.
No, but that's fine. Hopefully this is the way they go about it.
Thor is fine though, because look, they can play up
Thor can be
getting
old.
older.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
but
like Asgardians getting older, they just get stronger.
honestly, yes, they're going to have to do some sort of an actor
At,
reboot
at some
in the Marvel
point,
Cinematic
Thor
Universe.
is going to get replaced.
Well, at some point
Everybody's gonna be
soon, at some
replaced.
point soon, a large chunk of the cast needs to be replaced. And hopefully what they do is after Infinity Wars Part 2, that's when that transition is going to happen. And I feel like that's a really good place to
we
do
know
it.
we've got our young guy. We've got Tom Holland.
Yeah.
He's going to be in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. He's like the perfect age for like
I think Spider-Man.
where he needs to
But
be.
the thing is,
And now
is
he
how
can-
do we get back Spider-Man?
Huh? Oh, the same way. Rewind. Dude, they're going to fix everything with the stones.
we might be able to see like
They're going to fix it.
oh yeah,
Just not
they have to.
everything. Some people are going to die still. Like
There's gonna
Captain
be some
America
permadeath
probably
for
gonna
sure.
Die. Iron Man, I'm hoping won't die because I'm hoping for Ironheart. Because I think they've completely written Pepper Potts off as like not going to be in an Iron Man suit ever.
She was in it
movies.
once. I think that was the...
Is she still
that
a
was the
superhuman?
tease.
No.
No, God no.
She's
No,
just
she's
Tony
normal.
Stark's
But isn't the
redheaded
stuff
mistress.
isn't the stuff that's in her
Well,
from Iron Man 3 in
wife.
her permanently?
No, it is not. That stuff was only temporary boost.
Oh, I thought like after that movie that she was just going to be a strong
No,
human from now
They
on.
had to fix that because that would have killed her. That stuff had to be gotten out of her blood.
No, I thought if you could like take it, you just like merged with it
No,
like
no,
the T
no.
virus.
They didn't
Oh,
have it
man.
perfected yet.
That's what
Resident Evil.
There's
That's what
a
I thought.
guy
Like, I
that
thought she
they-
was gonna be
no,
like
no,
a
no.
Resident
You have
Evil
to watch,
bonded
hey,
with
you
the
have
virus.
to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it kind of fixes that. You see
Oh.
what Extremist becomes. Because Extremist actually gets fixed.
Now I
after
have a
that.
good reason to watch that show.
Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of superhero shows, have any of you watched Legion?
I've seen part of the first season, but not all of it.
I
I've
watched
seen
like
the
4
trailer for
episodes. I watched like
That's about
4 episodes.
That's about where I was at.
But yeah.
I will say,
Fantastic.
yeah, early on with like, without spoiling too much, but the doors disappearing, the walls.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
that was so cool. Oh my god,
Fucking
it was just like,
terrifying
I love
show,
how you're
though.
more worried to spoil Legion.
well, that's because you haven't seen Legion yet. That's why I'm not.
Most
spoiling it for
90%
you.
of the people here had seen Infinity War. That's why we were going to talk about
Yeah.
Yes.
Infinity War.
Yeah. Because we wanted a reason for us to talk about
Oh
Infinity
yeah,
Wars
we have
as
been
friends,
holding this in.
and we're just going to do it on our podcast to the suffering of anybody that's still watching this that hasn't seen the movie that really cares about our podcast, and I feel bad for you right now.
Oh man.
Hopefully you were smart and you just left your house right then and you went and watched it, and now you're back. If anybody's back and they went and saw it and now they're joining us post seeing the movie,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Glad
Hopefully, you
saw
joined us a lot earlier on when we started talking about spoilers. But you know, if you're joining us right now,
Man. Hell yeah.
welcome to the
Fantastic.
middle of the
Welcome to the
Infinity War
podcast.
discussion.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, guys.
But yeah, I don't know, like speculation though. All right, so we got Captain Marvel coming up.
Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. Nick Fury with the last second page.
Also, Nick Fury.
Finally
Gone.
didn't get to say
with-
motherfucker in a movie.
Let's talk about Nick Fury without the eye patch. 1990s Nick Fury.
Oh yeah, we're going to get to
That's
see
right,
both
Captain-
eyeballs. in
Captain Marvel is
1990s. Yep. We're going to get Carol Danvers, which is just Agent 16, as you know her now.
They're bringing back the Kree. Hopefully we get
Yep.
to see the
We're
Kree
bringing
Civil
back
War.
Ronan the Accuser. We're bringing back, what's his face? The cyborg? What is his name?
The guy, who is the guy with the robotic eye? He was the guy from Blood Diamond and a bunch of other really good movies.
Yeah, he's in
Oh,
Guardians 1. He's the one that's after the orb and shows up when Quill finds it.
And they like rip the eye out and he's like...
Starts with a Q. I
and
can't
they fall.
remember his name. But anyway.
Who's
Yeah, he's
mans?
coming back.
Whose man's is that?
And then the entire Kree army. And also, we're getting Marvel
Well, and
for
two,
some reason. I don't
in
know how
Guardians
Marvel
of the
fits
Galaxy,
in.
they reference the
perfectly,
Kree
but-
Civil War.
Look forward to that.
They reference like a lot of backstory on Kree culture, and I remember thinking when that movie came out, well, I want to hear more about these people because at the end of the movie, they're pretty much, they kill the guy and at least all his followers. So I was like, I want to hear more about these Kree people. And then turns out there's like a whole backstory there that I didn't know about.
We're getting the Kree Skrull War.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Wow.
I'm all excited for
I
things.
think that is gonna, because Infinity War 2 is gonna take a lot of time.
It'll be a good filler.
It'll be
for
good
for
filler.
the wait.
A very
Well, it's
good
also
filler.
A little treat.
she's gonna
before
come
dinner.
in and she's gonna fucking save Iron Man, cause somebody's gotta save Iron Man.
Someone
Tony
save
He's
Tony
trapped.
Stark.
man.
He's trapped on
That is-
Titan.
He watched everyone die around him. All the Guardians are gone.
Can we just talk about the fact that you can breathe on Titan? By the way, you can breathe on Titan in the Marvel universe. It is a moon that
Yeah, it's the
orbits
moon
around
of
Jupiter.
Is it Jupiter?
It's Jupiter. It's one of Jupiter's
I mean, they
many
could-
moons.
Only time I've ever been on Titan is when I played Destiny, but
I mean, I watched Attack on Titan once.
yeah.
Well, that has nothing to do with the moon Titan. But anyway, Titan. Yeah. Also, like, weird. I don't know. It's really weird that they use a place that we can't confirm.
My thing is,
They use a place we can look at in real life with a telescope.
We can look at and we think can support human life if terraformed properly.
guys, can we talk about the death of Gamora?
The death.
Boy, that's how you know that's a real villain. That's a real fucking villain, dude. When you throw your daughter off a fucking cliff to have unlimited power, yeah, you're a villain. That's why I said, like, that is the perfect villain, dude. He killed his own child for power.
That's the difference between a hero and a villain.
Dude.
Somebody who will take that leap of doing the wrong thing.
King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Oh yeah, I heard you watch that.
Boy,
Yeah, I've heard that's really good.
it's
It's on my watch list. It has been since it came out. I've
It's
heard
a
good
bit of a
things.
mishmash of a movie. It's good. I wouldn't say it's great because there are some like weird.
it's a
there's
Guy
some
Ritchie
weird
movie.
pacing movie. Like there's some weird pacing moves with
Yes.
the movie. Like, it's got some weird pacing, but it's decent.
Where you're
Is
in a
it-
situation and they're telling you what happened, and it's just cutbacks.
Well,
And then it's back to the conversation. It's back to the event. It's back to the conversation.
The fact that this thing's a fucking geyser. I opened a can of soda and it won't
same.
stop.
it's because they're frozen, and
Steven had the same issue. It's gonna be frozen all the way through, by the way.
no, mine's a slushy.
Oh,
Mine-
his was like
It's because Steven's was like up on the top rack, which is closer to the freezer tray,
nice.
so he was getting even more cold.
Icy.
Icy, yeah. Mine is literally a grape slushy.
I will be right back. You guys have a conversation.
You
But
can
yeah.
go water a bush.
But yeah, like I don't know, man. I'm really looking forward to the scrolls. At the same time, I'm really not looking forward to like this soda spilling all over this table. The scrolls though, I feel like they're gonna come out and be like, yeah, this Marvel character been a scroll for a while. This been a scroll for a while.
Everyone you've ever known is really a scroll. It's gonna be just like the lizard people. I don't know. I also like that idea. I mean, if they overdo it and like everybody's a scroll, like if they just start replacing people at random, I'll probably, nobody wants that. But maybe a couple of people. It's a good twist. It's a good acceptable twist. What if Skrulls started Hydra?
If Captain America survives the Infinity War,
You
he's a
can't
scroll.
hit me with that shit when I come back to sit down.
What if Skrulls started Hydra? What if that's what that is?
Conspiracy theories.
Could be.
Could
Like
be
maybe
in
not
the- maybe in
not
the MCU.
everybody at Hydra is a Skrull, but what if it's run by
fucking
Skrulls?
lizard
Also,
people, man.
yeah, like Drew pointed out too, the Watchers, dude. Where are the Watchers?
Yeah,
the
that's
Infinity
true.
Gauntlet just got used. Where are the Watchers?
Yeah,
Where are the Immortals? There's so many questions.
Dude,
maybe Thanos killed them all.
I'm telling you right now, he can't fuck up Silver Surfer. Nah, I bet you anything he couldn't kill
He
Silver
could-
Surfer.
With
He
the
could kill
gauntlet, he
Silver-
could.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the
gauntlet,
Infinity
he could.
Gauntlet, okay.
I still think he can fight Silver Surfer.
I think it'd be an even fight with no gauntlet.
Yeah, but he starts the movie with the gauntlet, though.
Yeah.
He already has the gauntlet.
He
and
already has, like, what, 2 stones?
He has 2 stones right off the bat.
Earth's mightiest heroes were not ready.
How could you be? If you really look at what Thanos is, how could you be?
True.
And they really weren't. You think about it, even with more than
Part-time.
Earth's mightiest heroes, they still couldn't do it. Because the Guardians really aren't of Earth.
You know what you need?
Yeah.
Batman with prep time.
Batman with prep time beats all of this.
Yep.
Hmm. But does
All
Batman with prep time beat One Punch Man with one punch to Batman's face?
That's the real question.
That's the real question.
Well, I mean,
There's,
if he got punched, he's already done.
yeah, I mean, like, there's
Well,
no
it depends. It depends. Is it a one punch, or is it consecutive, like, normal punches?
No, just like a one punch to the face.
Oh, so
One
it's like
mega punch.
it's his
Full
one
strength.
punch.
Full strength.
One punch!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saitama!
Saitama.
That's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see him fight Batman with. I want to see somebody do one of those like animated, like battles where they like pit people from multiple universes, and it's like Batman with prep time and One Punch Man, and One Punch
No.
Man still just kills him in one punch. I want to see that. Somebody animate that. Do it.
Alright, who wins?
Thanos
Punch
or
Man.
One Punch Man.
Thanos or One Punch Man?
One Punch Man.
Thanos. Nope.
Thanos with the gauntlet.
Yep.
Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos with
'cause
the gauntlet.
He would
He
just.
can literally bend reality.
Yeah, he'd just
could
kill
just-
him before he swung.
If he swings on him, like, he can also just be like,
Just snap his
you know,
fingers.
twist his hand. Time turns a little bit backwards.
Yeah.
Suddenly he's like standing across from him again,
Could
getting
literally
ready for the
just
punch.
keep him like getting farther away without him being able to do anything.
He could literally just freeze him in time and just leave.
He could just do what he did in the movie and just like turn him into spaghetti.
I don't want to go.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, let's talk about the spaghetti scene where everybody gets turned into spaghetti and slices.
Let's
So-
talk about this city Steven's building. I know the people at home can't see it.
Yeah, so for all the audio
who can't
listeners,
see this at all.
Steven is building a city on City Skylines, by the way. That's are you still streaming on Twitch?
I believe so.
Yes, he is.
Is anybody watching?
I don't think so.
Anyway, so Infinity War.
Right.
But yeah, like, speculating on going forwards about all we've got, really. No.
That's where I'm at. I just want to see what happens in the next one.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, though. Also, were they taking place in Ant-Man and the Wasp? Because that's coming out before.
That's the thing. With half the world gone, you know they're not
No,
going to
no,
do
no,
that.
no, 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 no. It's definitely taking place before that because they're on the run from the government. Like, there's other shit going on. They're clearly before things happen, so I'm guessing it's the build-up. And then I'm guessing Scott's going to come in for part 2 to try and help. So, Giant Man.
So what was the last Marvel movie that came out?
But Giant Man.
What's the last
I love that.
Ragnarok was like the last movie that came out before Infinity Wars, right? In the timeline of
Black
things.
Panther.
Black Panther. I think Black Panther might happen about the same time Ragnarok's happening,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
I guess cinematically wise, yes.
And
Yes.
that's probably in the same place in the timeline.
Well,
I
maybe a
imagine.
little bit before.
Maybe. I imagine that's somewhere in that area, the Black Panther Ragnarok time period.
because remember
is
they make the joke about when you said you wanted to open Wakanda to the world. We didn't think you meant this.
Yeah.
So that's like just happened.
Wakanda forever!
Yeah. So I imagine, I guess, yeah, maybe
Yeah,
Ant-Man and Wasp happens like right after Black Panther, but right before the end of Ragnarok.
Right. Because, yeah, the end of Ragnarok is where Infinity War starts.
Infinity Wars has a bit of a long stretch in like the vastness of things. Like, how much time passes in that movie?
not a
Is there's-
lot.
I don't know.
Not a lot.
Like a year, maybe.
There could be a lot of time. There could be very little time.
There's some big jumps.
No, you think about it. The minute we start, the minute they
It's
finish.
the end of Ragnarok.
Well, no, the
No,
minute
yeah,
they finish.
no, he's right. No, yeah, he's totally right. The minute that it starts, it's totally like really quick. It does not seem
the
like a lot
minute
of time
that
passes.
the Asgardians are killed,
Yeah.
they are like, "You two, Earth, get me my stones now," and they're like, there. They are full balls to the wall. So I mean, let's take space travel into effect.
How long does it take them to get to Earth?
Not very long because they have faster than light travel,
Yeah.
and you remember how fast the gates are in Guardians,
Yeah.
so you know that it's pretty damn quick.
Yeah. I imagine the gates.
And then you get to where Tony Stark and Doctor Strange are together.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
and then Hulk. Hulk is
Hulk
in an
walks in.
Eisenbridge, which literally bypasses all the gates. So that's literally instantaneous. Right after that, the aliens
Yes.
show up.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Rainbow Bridge, or not the Rainbow Bridge, the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, the
Yeah.
scientific name for it. What do they call it in the comics?
Rosenbridge.
No,
Well, they
what
call it
do-
Bifrost.
the Bifrost. That's what do the Asgardians call it? Is what I meant. But
Bifrost.
yeah, that's
Stormbreaker.
that only takes like 10 seconds.
Able to summon the Bifrost.
That's cool as fuck.
That is.
Can we talk about Thor's entrance into the Wakanda battle and how it just went from like a fight to a really badass fight in like 2 seconds?
Dude, you don't want anything to do with Thor.
Dude, he came in and wrecked. Like it was a
He
even
said,
fight
I told you I would kill you for that.
It
And
was
he
an-
did. He technically killed Thanos.
for like a split second
And then Thanos was like, boom.
in
made
the
it
movie.
happen.
Everyone died. He was right there. They almost had him. Should have gone for the head.
Should have gone for
He
this.
should have gone for the head.
Isn't that like rule of thumb?
Yeah. Always to lop the head off. If there's anything we
Always
learned
go
from The
for the
Walking
head.
Dead, is the head. Always the head.
That weapon, though.
That you mean-
Groot. Dude.
Can we
You
talk
gotta
about
be
that?
at least Jane.
Dude, the
who
death
got
of
cut out of the
Vision.
the
movies.
death. I bet they don't bring him back.
No, I'm willing to bet. that
I'm willing.
Vision's
And
not.
I can accept that. I can accept a permadeath division.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool character. I mean,
They
to
gave
be
him too good of an
Ultron
ending, too.
and... What else? What all is he? Ultron.
He's Ultron, Jarvis,
Yeah.
and a bit of Banner's programming, mixed in with.
Well, he's
an
none of Ultron. He is zero of Ultron. He was his body was made by Ultron, but his mind is zero Ultron.
Yeah,
It's entirely Jarvis mixed with the Mind Stone.
yeah, and some of his coding was written by Banner.
Yeah.
So there's like extra bits in there that aren't Jarvis because they talked about that in the movie. Banner talked about that and Vision talked about it too. They were talking about how it's all kind of becoming one thing, and he was like centralizing and becoming focused as a person, and becoming more like human-like. And then they
he's
killed him.
he's no longer Jarvis,
Yeah,
but you know.
he was reaching like perfect form, and then they were just like, okay, die.
Damn.
But can we talk about the actor who plays Vision though? I don't know if you know who that
Paul
is,
Bellamy.
but he is a hell of an actor in everything that he does. And when I originally found out that's who they cast for Vision, I was really excited about that. And when I watched the movie, I was like, he nailed it. He was great, and he still
Yep.
nailed it in this movie. Every
to Trudge.
to Trudge.
Can we
To-
talk about...
to-
So
walk the
you've
walk of a
seen
man.
the Heath Ledger movie,
A Knight's Tale.
A Knight's Tale, right?
been a
That's-
while, but yes.
That's
The guy
Paul
that plays
Bellamy,
Vision is the
naked
guy that plays the naked guy.
Yep, he's the naked writer in
Damn.
yep.
What is his name in that movie? Because it's the name of an actual Old English writer. It's like a play on an Old English writer, and they're like,
Oh, God.
because that was like
you
one
actually,
of the cool part
like,
about the movies.
learn... Like, you actually know who it is when they tell you
It's the guy that wrote that group of stories, right? That never finished.
Canterbury Tales.
The Canterbury Tales. Isn't it the same author that wrote the Canterbury Tales?
I can't remember.
Somebody go to the Google, or we'll just not worry about it.
Can't. My
Who knows?
phone's-
Who cares? Infinity Wars.
Can we
Vision's
talk
dead.
about something that happened
Vision's dead.
before the movie even started? The Venom trailer.
Nothing to do
yeah.
with that though. It's
Yeah.
I don't even think it's technically part
No,
of
no,
the,
it's not. But
yeah.
if you saw Infinity War, you saw the trailer for Venom.
Yeah.
I've
seen the trailer for Venom like 5 times now, though.
Did not play the trailer for Venom when
It
we
played
saw that,
a trailer for Venom when I went and saw it.
no. It did
You
not
remember
do it
it?
when it did not do
I
it
thought
when-
it did.
No, it did not.
It did when we watched it.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
when we went and saw it.
It
Maybe
didn't
not where
do
you
it.
saw
It
it.
didn't do it when we went and saw it.
Oh, when you
In
and Matt went and saw it?
Or yeah, it was me and Matt, but yeah, it did
Maybe
not.
it's theater based. Because I feel like a lot of the commercials, or not commercials, a lot of the previews that I see,
I had already seen the Venom trailer, but no,
Yeah,
it
I did
didn't
too.
play at
I feel like-
Westlake.
a lot of the ones that we see at AMC theaters are like AMC specific trailers
Was
that you'll
it
only
Joffrey
see.
Chaucer?
The actor? Oh,
No.
no, the character.
No, the guy that wrote the Canterbury Tales. Is that the author that was in that?
I don't know.
You told me to Google it. I Googled it.
Just Google the
Who wrote
Google.
Canterbury
No,
Tales?
Google A Knight's Tale.
Yeah. And whatever his character name was in that. That's all I
just
really
Google
feel.
A Knight's Tale and it'll be on IMDb.
But oh yeah, the Venom trailer. It looked good. It was it looked really good seeing it in a movie theater. I'd only seen it like on my phone on a YouTube video. Looks like it's gonna be a good movie. I like the direction they're going with what's his name? The guy that merges with the alien.
Eddie Brock. my
Eddie Brock.
dude.
I like the way they're doing a way better Eddie Brock in this. It seems like than they
Oh,
did
God,
in
they
the
picked,
OG
what's his
terrible
name?
one.
The guy
Oh
that
no, it's fine. We need Topher Grace back because Topher Grace was the best shot at Venom ever. Obviously,
at the greatest Eddie Brock that I ever saw.
Yeah.
No,
I
who did
was
they
fucking
pick to do it?
terrible.
Fucking
I was not a fan of
Tom,
Topher
who-
Grace's Venom.
Tom Holland.
Eddie Brock.
is that who it is?
Oh, who are you talking about?
The guy that was in
Tom Hardy?
Lawless, Tom Hardy. That's who they got to
Tom
play.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, the new Venom. Tom Hanks. Eddie
I'd
Brock,
watch
you
that.
know.
I've
But
watched
I
Tom
think
Hanks
they
play
did a
Eddie Brock.
whole new
Yeah, but
take
he's got a
on
friend-
the symbiote.
He's got a friend.
Yeah,
He's a
it's
volleyball.
because I felt like it didn't have enough
symbiote.
life and character.
In Spider-Man 3,
In
it's just
Spider-Man
like
3.
this ick. That,
Yeah.
And it made Peter Parker real edgy.
And this is a thing.
Oh yeah, no, it made him emo.
This is
Literally.
a thing.
This one
that
is like
it's the
a
same
symbiote.
thing. What's the same thing they did with Hulk and Thor Ragnarok? They're giving it its own personality. It's a living, breathing, thinking entity on its own. I love how Banner and Thor are like talking to each other at this point as two different people because it's supposed to be a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. And so they're doing that with Venom, and that looks really good. So looks like it's gonna be a good movie.
I love Venom, so yeah, definitely excited.
But yeah, closing out Infinity War conversation anyway.
Everyone's dead. Half of everyone is dead. There's your spoiler. And everything else we just said.
Yep. But yeah, like, I guess we'll see what happens next year when we get the next one.
It's going to be a
Next
hard
year?
wait. It's going to be a long wait.
Next year.
2019. Yeah.
It's a very quick release.
Yeah, we're getting a couple movies in between that, so we're getting Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp before we get Infinity War.
Yeah.
And we're getting Ant-Man and the Wasp I think next year. Captain Marvel's this year, right?
One of them comes out
No,
this year.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is like...
Or Ant-Man and the Wasp is this year, Captain Marvel's
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was hoping for Captain Marvel before, but you know.
No,
I'm
you're getting
excited.
okay.
I'm excited for Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the
I'm,
Wasp.
I'm
more-
excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
More
but
Michael Pena is good.
I'm
He's
guessing
very funny.
I'm guessing yeah, they're gonna try and
Lighten the mood with Ant-Man
Paul
and the Wasp.
Rudd.
Yeah, and that's what I want to see after this is something light and funny. And an Ant-Man movie sounds great. That sounds like a good recovery period
So
for
you
the
didn't
darkness.
have all this tech when you were, or you didn't have all this tech available for me, right? Oh no, I did.
Yeah, best line ever. Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's wrap it up. It's been a fun podcast.
That's a wrap.
That's a
That's
podcast.
a crunch wrap.
That's a podcast.
That's a
definitely.
wrap!
It might be a bit of a lengthy one this time, a lot longer than what we've done before. But hope you enjoyed. And this is Stuff and Things. Woo!
Stuff and things.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.